yes, I purposefully did this video while I have clean laundry. Thankfully it's clean, that needs to be folded, because I wanted to share with you guys. Good morning, you guys. It is the beginning of summertime, which means that practicing and finding practice time is going to be a little bit challenging for me. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys some gadgets that I use to make that a little bit easier, help me kind of stay on track and manage my life through the summertime. Okay, guys, call me a little crazy, but here is a trick that works for me. And yes, I purposefully did this video while I have clean laundry. Thankfully it's clean, that needs to be folded, because I wanted to share with you guys a trick that's helped me. Now it's hard to be super productive and on task every day. I think just humanly, we need to plan margin for ourselves, plan maybe days where we don't practice as much, or maybe even an off day. Can I say that as a piano teacher? For example, I talked to you guys about practicing for 15 minutes a day, which isn't a lot of time. 15 minutes is a good chunk of time for you to be able to accomplish the majority of a task, or a good chunk of a task. But for me to go to my phone and to unlock my phone and to find the alarm app and to open the alarm app and to set an alarm or a timer is too many steps for me to use. So I have purchased this timer from Amazon, and I leave it on all the time. You just switch it on. There's a little switch right here on the bottom. I leave it on all the time as long as I've had it. It's had the same battery. And the only thing you do is you turn the time that you want to set it for facing up. So if I wanted to set it for 15 minutes, I would set it facing up. It automatically is going to set that time. So that alleviates the steps that it takes in order for me to set a timer. And so those are the tricks that I'm looking for in order to accomplish tasks, because those extra steps that it takes for you to do something are what, those are the things that are going to discourage you from actually completing a task. So if I wanted to fold this laundry, which I'm not going to do right now, and I felt like it was an overwhelming task, I would set a timer for 15 minutes, and whatever I could get done in 15 minutes, then that would be the completion of the task. Now I probably could get all of this laundry folded and put away in 15 minutes because it doesn't really take that long. But using something like this to practice with, or to do a quick chore with. I know as women, a lot of times we struggle with, okay, how can I justify sitting down at the piano to practice when my child needs a snack, or there's piles of laundry that need to be done, and we just overwhelm ourselves mentally. And so something like this will help you accomplish those little things. It even has a 5-minute timer. It only takes 5 minutes to throw a load in the washing machine, and that will give you the brain space, right? Oh, a sigh of relief. That's why I looked up. Oh, a sigh of relief that I accomplished that. And it'll give you the brain space to actually go sit down and practice for 15 minutes. I had a very well-known musician tell me one time they never practice without a metronome or drum loop, which I'll talk to you guys about in a second. And it just reminded me of the importance of practicing with a steady rhythm. It really develops you musically in a way that practicing without it, you just can't do it. So here is a free metronome that's easy to access. So if you just go to your computer or your phone, just type in the word metronome. Let's see, right there, metronome. And it's gonna pull up this little page right here. And so you can hit the play button to play that metronome. It's 100 beats per minute right now. If you've never used a metronome before, you'll start to learn what beats per minute that you need. If you're doing a fast song like Lord You Are Good, it would be about 130, I think. Maybe even a little faster. Lord, you are good and your mercy. Okay, or if it's slow, like, let's see, At the Cross is about, let's see if I can get it to 70 beats a minute. So you're just gonna drag this little slider right here. See that little button? You're gonna just drag that with your mouse up or down. It's gonna change the BPM. So 70, I'm reading this backwards, is going to be, sorry that's backwards for you guys, but at the cross I bow my knee, where your blood was shed for me. So practicing with this is a really great tip to master those fills and runs and make your playing sound full and open. When I'm traveling to play for an event, I will take my iRig Keys Pro with me. I can practice in the airport, on a plane, even in the car if you have the room. The reason that I chose this keyboard is because the keys are actually full size. It's not weighted, but you don't really want it weighted because you're going to be carrying it around with you and that would be kind of heavy. And so the way that you use this keyboard is you have to pair it with a tablet or even your phone, which I'm using to record on right now. So I use the iGrand piano, and I'll show you how to plug this in. It comes with cords. Okay, so this cable right here is going to plug into the keyboard and this side's going to plug into the iPad. So I'll just plug in the keyboard right here, match it up, plug in this part into my iPad. Whoops. And now you'll see the light come on the keyboard. See the light right there by the device? It's lit up. So that means when I play this, it's gonna sound right here. You can also plug a sustain pedal in right here. I had borrowed the sustain pedal for an event we were playing at, so I gotta go find the sustain pedal. But it has such a nice piano sound, and it has 3 octaves worth of keys, so that's enough for you to be able to practice a song on portably. You can take this to a hotel with you, and this, your iPad or your tablet is the device that the sound runs through. So this doesn't have sound on its own, it needs this for sound. And you can choose different sounds. Let's see, iGrand piano and sample tank both work with this device. Okay, so now let's talk about using drum loops. I prefer to practice with drum loops over a metronome. It makes me feel more professional, makes the song sound better. So I go to loops by cdubmobile.com. We'll put the link in the description. So I'm just gonna click where it says all loops right here. Just click all loops and it's gonna pull up drum loops. Now these are in alphabetical order. Unfortunately, there's no search option, so you have to be familiar with BPM in order to know what to choose. But for example, if you're looking for a loop that was 130 beats a minute right here, A Reason to Dance, you could also use this loop with Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. It's really easy. You just download this loop and then you can open it and play it on your computer. I also like to save all of our drum loops to either Dropbox, Box, a folder on your computer somewhere where you can access them all, or if you're sharing them with your team, I would use like Dropbox where everybody can access. That way they can practice with them. You really want your team to get used to playing with drum loops. It makes a big difference when everybody stays on point because, side note, I mean, drum loops are not to keep the drummer on beat, even though it helps. It's really to keep the band really tight and in sync, and it adds an extra instrument to your band. So if you have any questions about using drum loops, leave them down below. Okay, this last gadget that I use is really cool. If you are practicing a song, sometimes it's nice to practice along with the original track. But what happens if you're doing a song that's not in the key of the original? I'm gonna show you. Okay, so if we're gonna do Here I Am to Worship. Here I am to, so this is in the key, let's see. Key of B flat. What if we wanted to do it in the key of A? Well, if you download the Google Chrome app, and you can download this on your computer, also on your phone, it works for iPhone as well, you're going to want to add an extension called the Transpose extension. And so by a simple click of a button, I can change this. It's funner to do it while it's playing. I can change this to the key of A, so watch, I'm gonna play it. Transpose it down. Hear that? Oh my God. Now it's in the key of A. Okay, also, let me stop this. If I was playing a song and it was a little fast for me and I wanted to maybe slow the speed down a little bit, you can do that here, okay, to practice with. So if I want to slow the song down 50% speed, it's going to be really slow, but you'll get the idea. Be all together one. Slower than we'd want to play the song, but the idea is that it will allow you to practice the song along with the original track however you need it. So if you need it in a different key, if you want to do it a little faster or a little slower, you can do that. That helps me when I'm practicing a song maybe that has weird punches or has a lot of runs, and you want to be able to practice your runs and your punches in perfect rhythm and then build up to the original tempo. So this is a great app and a plugin that you can use to practice along with the original tracks. All right, you guys, those are the practice gadgets that I have. If you have any others that I haven't mentioned, please leave it in the comments below. I'm always looking for ways to maximize practice time, how to make it the best it can be, and to actually get it done. So find little shortcuts and ways that make it easier for our little brains to focus on practice and invest in the calling and the gift that God gave us. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to get more tips on how to become the piano player that God has called you to be. If nobody's told you today, guys, I believe in you. You have what it takes to be an incredible musician, and I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody.